It is Tuesday, the 9th of September, and this is a day in the life of an author. I wake up at 7:10ish. This is really the first time in my life that I don't use alarms. It is sweet letting my body dictate the start of my day. I walk downstairs and visit James in his study. "Morning, Big Chungus," he says. Big Chungus is my morning name. It's because of how loudly I walk down the stairs. He is writing his book. I love watching him writing. He has had a good sleep, a rarity for him. We compare aura stats. He is chuffed. I am fucking chuffed. We. Surprised I could hold it throughout all that aura chat. I go downstairs, get my meds, get my coffee, sit on the couch, and put on The Office. I wait to awaken. I decide I should try to journal to encourage the waking up process. Halfway through my journaling, I decide I want to try and make a YouTube video to go along with the day in the life essay. So I stop halfway through and go and refilm myself getting out of bed. I feel like an influencer, and I can't wait to share with you all of my skincare later. It's a tub of moisturizer from the co-op. Jamesy makes me breakfast. I eat it, and we chat. Literally my favorite thing to do in the world. I finished journaling. It was an abundant entry today. I cleaned the kitchen. I put on my audiobook. I am listening to Catabasis, R.F. Kuang's new book. I'm enjoying it. As I film all of this, I feel deeply self-conscious about how I'm stacking the dishwasher because I stack it like a fucking madman. I do not change my stacking for the camera. This is real life. Also, I can't be fucked. At some point in the clean, I get distracted and start moving art randomly around the house. Inexplicable. I have zero idea what I am up to. After realizing I was just fucking around, I put down the art and I go into my office. It is time to write. It is just before 9 a.m. I must decide what project to work on first, because whoever gets me first gets the best of me. I choose my novel. Everyone in London is going to hell. I get stuck in for an hour, and despite my facial expressions, I really enjoy it. Fiction is the only work at the moment that feels good. It feels gentle. It feels soft. I check to make sure the bins are out. They were. Thank God. I have a big map of Tudor London in my office to consult for the book. It's wonderful. I make sure all my characters take the correct streets whenever they walk anywhere, and I consult it regularly. At 9:34, my dear friend Lainey from the village pops in. She's going to work in the other room on one of her own projects. This house calls in creatives. At 9:56, irritation from my Vyvanse kicks in. I want to crawl out of my skin. At 10, I decide to move on to writing my Substack that I have half finished yesterday. I feel nervous about it. I feel strongly about it. Both are probably good signs. I want James to read it, but he's busy, and you don't interrupt James when he's in flow. At 11 o'clock, I have therapy. I haven't had therapy in 6 weeks. Helen's in for a fucking treat. My therapist, bless her, gets the full force of my exhaustion that has been seeping into my bones for the past few months. I needed a big cry. This has been the biggest and continues to be the biggest year of my life. I'm navigating lots of magic, lots of challenges. When therapy finishes, I walk out into the main room and tell Lainey and James I have just cried my eyes out. We are going to the gym. The team obeys, with minimal fuss, which is impressive for James. We get into the car and drive the 20 minutes to the workout. It's arms and shoulders day, baby, the best day. I listen to Catabasis and continue the slow journey of getting massive biceps. The tiny 13-year-old boy next to me is lifting more than I am. I am disheartened, but only for a moment, because I could literally sit on him and he would disappear. We buy protein shakes. I feel a bit naughty. I have protein at home. But sometimes, a little treat. We drive home. We discuss a pitch for mine and James's new sci-fi novel. It's hard to distill an entire book into a catchy line. We come up with some truly horrendous ones, including, basically, there are just some fuckwits in space. Upon arriving home, I can't find my headphones anywhere. Did I leave them in the gym? Anyway, I decide I should take down the shade that sits above our conservatory. This task will be raw-dogged without catabasis, without a story, apparently. We put the shade up there in summer because it gets so hot inside, but the heat, fingers crossed, is over. It falls down easily. I shower. I eat some food. I randomly scroll on Facebook. That's a long food shot, isn't it? There we go, there's Facebook. What the fuck? What's the point of that? Okay, I make some tea. I had no idea whether that spoon was clean, so fingers crossed. Yeah. I put the office back on, and I start to write this essay. I text James at some point, "Hey, WUU2. He replies, "Playing Elden Ring." I reply, "Do you want to read my essay?" He comes downstairs and reads. Just as he begins, the doorbell goes. The guy that's coming to fix our window is here. James deals with tradies because I fear strangers. He lets him in, sets him up, and I sit in the corner and watch, thankful. James returns to my essay. We ponder it together, add a few sentences, and we think it's good enough. I post it. Now, from this point on, I did not take any footage of my evening, so here are some stock footage to show you the vibes. I drank a glass of wine. I gardened. I love to garden in the evenings, and I listen to an audiobook as I do it. And here, believe it or not, this is me and James watching a movie before we go to bed.